But in the face of adversity, hope arose. The Battle of Saratoga in 1777 was a significant event. Against all odds, the determined Continental Army, under the leadership of General Horatio Gates, confronted the formidable British forces. The British, under General John Burgoyne, had marched down from Canada, expecting an easy victory. However, they encountered fierce resistance from the Americans, who were prepared to defend their rights. The two armies collided on the hallowed grounds of Saratoga, with the Americans matching the disciplined might of the British. In a stunning outcome, American forces defeated the British, demonstrating to the world that they had the resolve to win their independence. This victory did more than just tip the scales of the war. It also boosted the morale of the American troops and succeeded in gaining vital international support. The French, impressed by the American resolve, began to lend their support, setting the stage for a global conflict. The victory at Saratoga proved pivotal, becoming a turning point in the American Revolutionary War. The French, longtime rivals of the British, were influenced by this American success at Saratoga and began to see the potential of an American victory. The French monarchy, eager to weaken British global influence, decided to officially enter the war on the side of the Americans in 1778. This decision was a result of careful diplomatic negotiations. Benjamin Franklin, one of the founding fathers, played a vital role in securing this alliance. His charm and wit won over the French court, convincing King Louis XVI to support the American cause. This alliance brought in valuable resources: troops, navy, much-needed funds, and military expertise. This French support tipped the scales in favor of the Americans and played a significant role in their eventual success. The victory at Saratoga didn't just win a battle, it won the French alliance, paving the way for an independent America. The war then shifted to the southern colonies, where British forces sought to exploit divisions among the colonists. They hoped that by targeting these fractures, they could tip the balance of the war in their favor. The southern colonies, rich in resources and manpower, were seen as an attractive area for the British to assert their dominance. However, their strategy backfired. The British underestimated the resilience of the colonists and their commitment to independence. Rather than sowing discord, their actions served to unite the colonists. Their attempts further galvanized patriots and intensified resistance. Faced with the common foe, the colonists put aside their differences and stood united. The British tactics had sparked a flame of unity and defiance that would prove vital in the colonists' eventual success. The final decisive battle came in 1781, specifically at Yorktown, Virginia. This was a battleground marked not just by the physical terrain, but by the intensity of its participants. American and French forces, guided under the strategic brilliance of George Washington, orchestrated a relentless siege against their British adversaries. This wasn't just a battle, it was a symphony of strategies, a dance of diplomacy and warfare that lasted for weeks. The British, exhausted and overwhelmed, were forced into surrender. The impact of this event cannot be overstated. The siege of Yorktown wasn't just a military triumph. It was a pivotal moment that effectively ended the Revolutionary War. It marked the dawn of a new era for a nation still in its infancy, forever altering the course of American history. 2 years later, in 1783, the Treaty of Paris was signed, officially ending the war that had raged on for 8 long years. This was a significant event, as it marked the conclusion of the first successful colonial war of independence against a European power. Britain recognized American independence, acknowledging birth of a new entity on the global stage. The treaty ceded vast territories to the fledgling nation, stretching from the Atlantic coast in the east to the Mississippi River in the west, and from Canada in the north to Florida in the south. This territory was abundant with natural resources and would provide the foundation for the new nation's economy and expansion. Thus, the United States of America was born, a nation conceived in liberty, standing as a beacon of hope, and ushering in a new era of democracy and self-governance. The Revolutionary War was not just a conflict of arms, but a revolution of ideas. It redefined concepts of governance, liberty, and nationhood. It birthed a new nation based on the principles of democracy and individual rights. Woven into the fabric of this great war are tales of heroes, both known and unsung. Names like Washington, Jefferson, and Franklin are etched into our minds, their ideals immortalized. Yet countless others fought for the cause. their sacrifices equally in shaping the foundations of what we now know as the United States of America. Consider this also a war of diversity, with men and women of varying backgrounds and ethnicities standing together for a shared aim. Slave and freeman, native immigrant all found common ground on the battlefield. Their collective effort continues to echo through the corridors of time, a testament to the power of unity amidst diversity. In essence, the Revolutionary War is a chapter of human history that encapsulates the spirit of resistance, the pursuit of freedom, and the birth of a nation.